All right, guys, what's going on? Junior with S.O.T Metalworks coming at you, and today we're going to put some Harbor Freight tools to the test. We're going to put the compact bender through its paces and see what happens. All right, guys, so we're out here in the yard. Just wanted to kind of fill you in on what exactly we're building here with our Harbor Freight tools. Should turn out to be a pretty good video. Hopefully you guys don't mind following along. So what do we got? We've got our shepherd's hook. As you can see, we got a 1/2-inch rod. We've got the U-shaped bin in there so we can hang our fine fandy dandy targets on there. We also have our kicker down here in the bottom. It's 8 inches wide, 8 inches long. You got 2 feet there. That way you give some stability on the target. So make sure you don't ever have a solid backstop on these targets. You want flexibility, moving around, whatever it may be. You want plenty of give in that target, so you're not putting all the stress on your steel and getting it tore up. So, but yeah, that's what we got going on there. Normally, you can buy these here at Home Depot. Little flimsy deals. I see a lot of people try to use these with some of these bigger targets. It just doesn't work out. Those little things there, just do not work out. But yeah, why are there shepherd hooks, you ask? Well, it's a very easy hanging apparatus to take your steel targets to the range, transport them wherever you need to, go shoot. A lot of people don't have the opportunity to shoot in their backyard. Some of us do, some of us don't. But you can throw these in your truck, take them to the range, quick setup time, easy to use. They're pretty durable overall. I wouldn't recommend them for like long distance shooting with the higher calibers and stuff like that, because they're only 1/2-inch mild steel rod. So that being said, there's a possibility with those larger calibers you could shoot through them, shoot into them, or whatever. Pistol is great. If you're always going to hit the target, well, by all means, go with a long range rifle. Use them for that. You'll be perfectly fine. But if you ever miss and hit your hanger, you're going to be in a bad way right there. So let's get over here. We'll run you through the process of how we do this and see what happens. All right, guys. So we've got our Harbor Freight compact bender here. Get you a little snippet of the information there on it. This little joker here runs about $90 from Harbor Freight, I think. And this has helped us tremendously in our application for bending these shepherd hooks. We kind of went with some of the bigger bends to mock up some of the ones you buy from Home Depot and Lowe's and stuff like that. I think I got one right here. So this is one of the ones from Home Depot, and it's a small one. This is one the wife hangs some of her little metal signs on in the flower bed. But you can see that big sweeping bend, and it just wasn't working out for our targets. Not to mention, these are really lightweight. I think this one is a 1/4 inch. I think you can get them up to 3/8 of an inch at Home Depot. But it wasn't working out real well. So what did we do? We kind of upped our game here. We went with our 1/2-inch rod. You can see we've got 10-foot lengths right there. We'll cut those jokers in half, make them 5 foot, put our bends in them, put our feet on them. They'll be good to go. So yeah, let's get one of these rods in our bender over there and walk you guys through the process of exactly how we get them bent. This joker works out very, very well. All right, so on our bender here, we've got 3 different rollers. Let's pull this around here. You can see 3 different rollers. You can change the size of these. They come with all sorts of dies. And these dies here spin around, let your rod roll through where it needs to roll through at. You can just pull your pin, take your roller out. No big deal. Normally all these kind of stay the same. Pardon me. Because we're not really ever changing sizes or anything like that. You can do flat bar on this as well as round bar. Works out extremely good. So let's get our bar in here. We're gonna have about 3 inches sticking out past this roller right here. That way it comes on around, wraps on around, and you guys will see that here in just a second. All right, guys, we've got our 3-inch mark here, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna slide it through, just like so. And on the inside, we're gonna let that mark line up with almost the center of this roller. That way we get the bend that we're after, and everything works out about right. Now, I mismounted this apparatus. We're a little bit out of room, but it still works out pretty good. And there you go, little manual bend, and you've got your bend right there. So not terrible, a little crooked. I misdid that. I was kind of watching the camera more than I was watching my part, but it's okay. We will get that squared away, no issues. So you've got when you bend your part, you've got your part in there, just like so. I always bring it out, flip it over, run it right back to my other roller. I don't have to measure, I don't have to do anything. Then all it is, just bend her again. And there you have it. Not too shabby, got to straighten that up a little bit, nothing major. All right, we got our 3-inch angle, got you guys set up on a little different view here, maybe you can see a little better. We get our 3 inches in there, we get it lined up directly in the center with this pin right here. Keep everything level, put a little pressure on it, and bend that joker around there. It's not too terrible. And then we've got our bend, we just loop her back over, come back around on top of this one here. Make sure you keep it level. Get her bent up to where you want it to, and voila, got yourself a shepherd hook. So yeah, the bends on a Harbor Freight tool, you know, they don't always turn out just the same. I'll go back sometimes, trim off what I need to trim off, make everything look legit, consistent across the board. What happens is sometimes, let me get a piece of rod here. Sometimes when you slide that in there, like so, as you can see, you've got a little bit sticking out. Sometimes it follows the bend on around, and sometimes it'll just stop and the bend will come with it. My suggestion is, make sure you WD-40 this up real good. Everything's lubricated to where it moves freely and stuff. I've been kind of slacking on that, won't lie. It's a little rusted up from down here in the shop being used. Got a lot of mill scale on it. Where it comes off, you can see these bends. These bends get a little stress on them. That mill scale starts popping up, and it will get underneath of all your rollers, parts and pieces, and make it to where they don't want to roll quite as good. So lubrication is key in this scenario. But like I said, this Harbor Freight deal comes with instructions of how to bend all your fandy dandy scroll work for like your front porches, out of flat bar. It comes with all kinds of fandy dandy stuff. I have not yet used anything but specifically bending bar for our target hangers. But the possibilities on this little joker, you can do a lot with it. It's a little time consuming, a little aggravating. It's all manual power. It's not plug in to 110 and run. You got to put a little effort into it. That's the only bad thing about this joker, is sometimes it will get to you. I'm a little tight for space here. If I was going to do this over again, I would have me an option where I could mount it out here in the middle of the floor, maybe get it away from that bench a little bit. It works good for what I need it for, no more than I use it, but I would probably offset it from there just a little bit more. Give me a little better balance on some room to work with. But yeah, so we're gonna go through these rods, cut us a bunch out here, and get back with you in just a second. All right, guys, so here they all are. They all turned out pretty good. This is what they turn out like at the end here. We've got them laying on our welding table. Lay the rod down. We went over, we bent a bunch of, what is these, 16, 18 inches, 16 inches. Just 16-inch pieces, put 90 in them, and then we'll square them up here on the bottom. Make them look all prim and proper, and that will be our shepherd's hook. So fairly easy process when you've got your Harbor Freight toolkit over here with your bender. So that makes it all right. I did a little time lapse there. I don't know if I'll get it in there, if it turned out all right or not, if you guys can see anything, but we'll sit you up here on the table, do a little time lapse and running through these, get them all welded up. Alrighty, guys, there you go. We've got all our steps welded on there. Good to go. That took all of about 20 minutes to weld those on there and get them squared away. Wasn't too bad at all. Took about, I don't know, about 20, 30 minutes to bend them. We'll get them over here on the paint rack, get some paint on them. But yeah, let's go back out here where we got this one at. So these normally can sometimes be a pain in the summertime to put in. Got our other one there. But in the springtime like this, we just stick a foot down there, shove them in the ground, nothing to it. So we do make the 4.5 footers, the 5.5 footers, or 6, I think those are 6 foot, I believe. But we've everybody's went to these. This is the right size for everybody. You don't have to have a tremendous berm of dirt to shoot behind, have a good backstop and stuff like that. So we've went with the shorter ones. Everybody seems to love them. We can make the taller ones. Anything's possible. I think the other day we made one that was, let's see, 16 foot tall. So, but yeah, that's part of that. The Harbor Freight tools, guys, I'm telling you what, they come in extremely handy from time to time. You can't beat them. For the price, you know, the durability's not there for those, but that's okay. That's just part of the gig. If it's a tool you're not going to use in and out every day, Harbor Freight's the way to go, guys. I'm not ashamed to say it. I like Harbor Freight. Some people, you know, they get a little uptight and gripey about Harbor Freight, but guys, if you know what you're buying, you know it's not a everyday working type tool. You know, I've got a bandsaw that come from Harbor Freight. I've got some other stuff. It's starting out as a small business, you can't afford to buy the biggest and best thing out there. So Harbor Freight comes in handy for guys like me. And I'm sure there's several other people out there who like shopping around, tootling around Harbor Freight. So, all right, so hopefully this has not been too boring a video for you guys. Everybody always ask how we hang our targets, what kind of solutions we have for that, so on and so forth. This is what I would call our cheapest route to hang your targets up. Works out very well, easy to transport, easy to set up at the range. It's just an all-around easy, cheap product. The durability on it is not extremely long lasting if you start getting into rifles and stuff like that. Pistol wise, it's always held up really great. So that being said, if you want to look into longevity product like something that's going to last a little longer, be more durable, we've got some other ones, and we're going to have those videos coming out for too long. So all right, guys, I'm gonna get these shepherd hooks over here. We're gonna get on the painting and get stuff squared away. We got to get back to work. We don't have time to sit around and talk to you guys all day, although we'd love to. We just don't have time. So this has been Junior with S.O.T. Metalworks. You guys be safe out there. And as always, remember, work smarter, not harder. Later, everybody. We'll see you.